Hey y'all, and welcome back to Tay Talks. Today we're going to be talking about Married to Medicine, Season 10, Episode 4. This entire episode was mainly about Sweet Tea, who's the new girl, who's engaged to Gregory, Quad's ex-husband, and their wedding. You guys know I'm new here, so with that being said, hit the like button and subscribe. So, I'm putting myself out there, so I want all of you to be on the journey with me. So let's get into it. The first thing I'm gonna say is this episode pretty much kind of started back with a few of the flashbacks from Greg's bachelor party. And Greg just had a little bit too much fun. Like, I know you're supposed to, do all these different things for your bachelor party, and that's cool or whatever, but Greg had a lot of fun. It made me wonder, Greg, are you ready for a marriage or are you ready for fun? So, I don't know. Greg just strikes me as he just likes attention. So, I'm not sure what his deal is. Obviously, I don't know him in real life, but he just looks like he loves the attention. Like he was having the time of his life for his bachelor party. But the episode pretty much dives right into them at their rehearsal, their wedding rehearsal. And we see Sweet Tea, and she walks in with like these yellow big shades on. And she's, just ready to celebrate with family and friends. And the thing that came across to me the most was the age gap. Like, y'all, okay. I knew that she was dating older. Cool. Most women date older, right? A lot of women do. And so when I think older, I'm thinking keeping it in like your generation type, like in the same decade at least. So 7 to 10 years, sometimes people push it and do 12, like maybe 15, but their age gap is 23. Yes, 23 years apart. That is a lot. Like, that's a lot. And so what really took the cake for me was when she said, Gregory is older than my mom and dad. Oh my God. Y'all, look. If my husband is older than my mom and my dad, like, I don't know. That's just weird to me. Like, I cannot wrap my mind around it. And I know that there are women out there who date older. Like, they like older, old men. And that's just not me. I don't know what it is. It's just weird. It's just like maybe because they put it in perspective that he was older than her parents, that was just a bit weird to me. But she did say that her mom was hesitant at first. Her dad was just like, go get that money. I mean, he didn't say go get money, but she was like, yeah, he was like, he's a good provider. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Her daddy was like, look, if he gonna take care of you and you like him, go do it. Her mom, though, on the other hand, was a little bit more hesitant, probably because of the fact that older men, especially with that type of age gap, tend to be a bit more controlling or just, controlling. That's the word. That's the word. It's no way to dress it up. It's controlling. But anyway, so her mom looks like she got over it, or at least looks like she is wanting to be supportive of her daughter, which is the good thing. Like, her daughter is an adult. You have to support your children. If that's what she wants to do, she has to learn her own life lessons. I mean, in addition to that, it just kind of seems like even her friends are kind of like, they're happy, but it just seems a bit off, especially with her sister. In the previous episode, episode 3, her and her sister kind of got into like a little splat. And they were like screaming. I just thought that was a lot. I'm not sure if that was just like for TV, for like drama, or if there's some underlying like maybe competition or just the fact that she's not happy with what's going on right now. I'm not sure, but something seems to be there. I think overall though, I think Sweet Tea loves the fact that she will be provided for, or at least that's what she thinks right now. I think Greg likes the fact that he is with someone who he doesn't feel intimidated by, versus Quad, who pretty much they came into the spotlight and Quad got a lot of attention. And it seems to me, in my opinion, that Greg likes attention as well. So I think him and his ex-wife Quad butt heads on that a lot. So in this scenario with Sweet Tea, I think he feels less intimidated and he feels like he can show her a luxe life without paying the real price tag. Okay, honey, because Miss Quad was a very fancy luxury lady and she knew what she wanted and she loved designer and she really liked nice things. So with Sweet Tea, I think that, Greg gets to show her things and provide for her without having to break the bank. And for him, I guess that's what he's looking for. And Sweet Tea, that's enough for her. So, hey, seems like it may work out for the best. We don't know. Just moving on forward. The wedding day is here. They're all getting dressed. Typical wedding stuff. That's all fine. But then Heavenly shows up and Heavenly's name is not on the list. Now, yes, Heavenly does have mouth trouble, and Heavenly was speaking ill will onto their wedding day or their marriage the night before at the pamper party, episode 3, which I don't agree with, but at the same time, you don't remove somebody or disinvite somebody from your wedding that you had previously invited to your wedding without telling them anything. Do not let me get dressed. My husband and I get dressed. We're rushing through my daughter's prom. And, that's a special moment. It's her senior prom. We're rushing through it, making sure she takes pictures and rushing to the city to make it to your wedding. And we get there and our name's not on the list. That's very tacky. I'm sorry. Like, you can be mad and you can have a conversation later, but don't invite me and then disinvite me when I get to the door and I'm trying to get in. That is very tacky. I'm really hoping that was for production purposes, just for drama, opposed to it really being a day of decision and you're disinviting me because you're being petty. Like, that's not okay to me. That's extremely tacky and not cool at all. But all is well. It looks like production or somebody let Heavenly and Mr. Damon in. On a side note, I really like the dynamic between Heavenly and her husband. Heavenly is a lot. Like, she is a lot. I do like the fact that she tells the truth and she's a straight shooter. Reminds me of like aunties at home, things like that. But Damon really balances her out. Like, Damon is always calm. He's always supportive. He's just like the yin to her yang. Like, I love their dynamic a lot. I even noticed in episode 3 when they were doing all the bachelor activities, Damon was really cool. Damon, he respects his wife, and I love that about him. Like, he was having a little bit of fun and everything, but he honors and respects his wife, and he knows how to cool her down and just be calm when she's acting all crazy. So I love their dynamic. But eventually they actually went into the ceremony space for Sweet Tea and Greg's wedding, which was good. I'm sure production probably just told him to go head on inside so they could have some more drama to drum up for the show, which I don't like. I don't understand why Sweet Tea and Greg would want to start their marriage on a reality TV show. I just don't think that it's smart. I think that we've seen enough examples of couples who are on reality TV, and if they are not on solid ground, the whole thing's gonna burn. Like, it's just too much. You have media scrutiny, you have people giving their opinions on what's going on. It's too much. It's really too much. So I hope and pray that they can withstand all of this drama coming at them all at once on TV, starting a marriage, having a big age difference, having all these people coming your way, being on a show with your husband's ex-wife. Like, that is insane. To me, I would never sign up for that. Your marriage is just, it's a lot going on. It's a lot of newness all at once, and you need to focus on that. I commend Dr. Contessa and her husband for leaving the show and focusing on their marriage. Like, you have to put that first, you know? And so I just hope and pray that this was the right decision. It looks to me, in my opinion, that Greg is attention hungry. Like, he lives in Atlanta and he wants to be one of the cool kids, and he thinks being on this show is what's going to do that for him. And I just hope Sweet Tea is ready, because most of the heat's coming her way, not his way. So I don't know. Wouldn't have been my decision, because no, you want to start your marriage off on the right foot. You don't want to start off with all this drama and negativity around you. To me, it's just, no, it's a no. It's a no. Wedding happens, and my impressions of the wedding is, number one, why in the Weenie Hut Jr. did Bravo not sponsor the wedding? Like, obviously they paid for that wedding. Like, no shade. My wedding was this happened better than theirs. Like, why? You're on TV. Bravo should have sponsored it or made sure that, you know, the people supporting their wedding were, you know, compensated or said that they would be on TV so they could have an extremely luxe wedding. If I'm on Bravo, my wedding will be extremely luxe. And so I'm not sure if that's the wedding they wanted or if they paid for it out of their pocket or if what happened. But no, that wedding should have been way more luxe. If you're gonna have my wedding on TV, you're getting viewers to tune in and look at this show. No, y'all gonna have to pay for my wedding because it's gonna need to be a lot more luxe. So I personally wish the wedding was more luxe, but hey, if she likes it, I love it. I just think that genuinely they look happy together. It looks like they are ready to start the journey. I do think that Greg has some experience in marriage already, and he is likely wanting to be married, and I just hope it all works out. And I personally hope that maybe next season they take a step back, focus on their marriage so it's successful, because we all love Black love. Like, we want it to last. So that was pretty much my impressions of Married to Medicine, season 10, episode 4. Big takeaways for me was that Bravo should have sponsored the wedding. I was expecting something more luxe. I also feel like the age gap between Sweet Tea and Greg is a bit too much. She's really young. I mean, yes, they do both want kids, but I think that the gap is just too big, and there's difference of perspective when your age gap is that big. And I also think that Greg is very much so attention seeking. So I hope she is ready for that, because he likes being in the limelight, and that's interesting for a man to be like that. But you know, it's your husband, not mine, girl. But otherwise, you know, I'm a huge fan of Married to Medicine. I think it's one of the shows that's probably the most authentic leaning. I'm not gonna say that they're all like authentic in their storylines or whatever, but they're the most authentic leaning, and I appreciate that about the show. So that's my recap. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. Have you ever dated somebody that was 20 plus years older than you? Like, how did that make you feel? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? And do you not recommend? And let me know your thoughts on the wedding. Did you expect something that was gonna be more luxe like I did? Or did you just think that, you know, it was a realistic looking wedding, and that's very grounding for us as viewers to watch? Let me know what you think. Again, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. I'm making videos, y'all. I'm so excited. This is a big step for me, and I want you guys to support. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.